to be exciting to see them come out on stream once again. They're going to be going up against Geonosis, and that's a tag that I'm familiar with, but alas, I wouldn't be able to recall off the top of my head who they play. So guys, once again, I hope everybody is having a lovely evening tonight. And guys, even if you aren't, we'll try to end it off strong. You guys should be keeping yourselves nicely hydrated with a nice bottle of water next to you. You should be getting up and stretching every now and then. And guys, most importantly, stretch your hands. Do you know how much stress your hands go through when you're holding a GameCube controller? It is death for your wrists, for your fingers. Guys, doing a couple of little wrist stretches, you know, like in between your fingers too, it's so big. It's so important. Your hands will be loose and ready to game. It'll be perfect. So guys, before and after your game, and sometimes during, it's really important to keep yourself in prime physical condition so that you can avoid a lifetime of hand injuries, which are not fun, let me tell you. So yeah, keep that in mind.
I do have some info. Geonosis, at least last week, he went Bowser against his opponent. So Bowser into Shulk. That I hesitate to speak on this one, mostly because it feels like another one of those matchups where between kind of like Falcon or Pikachu, where just once Bowser gets hit, he's gonna be in a cutscene for a little while. He's not gonna be able to play the video game for about 30 seconds, but once he does, he can still kill fairly early on a lot of these characters. So again, another volatile matchup, as I say.
Yeah, as soon as like Bowser is able to get in, you know, obviously he can do so much, but man, Shulk is just able to play keep away just like nobody else in the cast. You know, there's very little that Bowser can actually do to penetrate the distance that Shulk is like able to put up in front of himself with his disjoints, with his whiffs. You have to focus a lot on parries, try to call out those jumps, but even then Bowser doesn't have the fastest aerial buttons. So it's, you know, it's just going to really be about, in general, how well can you call out Shulk's jumps. His biggest weakness is, of course, how much startup lag he as a character fundamentally has. He's not going to be going through like a lot of rising aerials, and if you can get parries, you know, that means you can get up Bs. And Bowser is definitely going to be really capable of two-framing Shulk with an F-tilt. So game 1, they're going to be starting off on Pokemon Stadium 2 and immediately transitioning into speed. Speed art is so important in the beginning. You're able to get so many low percent follow-ups and just smother your opponent. But Geonosis coming off unscathed, only 23% of the game.
Did a good job of dashing around a couple attacks, but now the Buster Art is out and already at 57.
Wow.
Few hits trade there, but goes in favor of Geonosis and wanted a greedy forward smash. That could have been big. Immediately gets out of the combo by going into Shield Art. Gonna get grabbed for it, but a little bit of damage here and there, and this is kind of roughly what we expect from this type of matchup.
Yeah, Bowser right now is just still struggling to get in. The disadvantage was super difficult, especially against Buster, considering how much damage Shulk was actually doing. Able to get the backfield, goes off stage super deep, finds the forwarder, but that down air does not connect. Excellent snap from Geonosis. Back here still not able to take it quite yet. Goes through the speed out just to be able to get from A to B as fast as possible. And right now the next hit from Shulk will be able to take it. They're fishing for the back heel a lot, and Geonosis recognized that, sat in shield, but their shield was too small to be able to contest that up B.
Smart play there too, waiting out that up B and just shielding it and then getting the both hits of up B to ensure that kill. And now the switch to Buster Art. Now quickly into Shield Art to get out of that up B and mitigate the damage there. And just the management of arts from Bakko, the ability to switch between them in hits, has really benefited him in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just picking all the right places to be able to go for it. Is able to get the Buster up air. Now, let me tell you, that move does an absurd amount of percent. You know, Buster smash arts. Oh my god. Like, the damage is relentless, the knockback is relentless. Geonosis just keeps finding themselves in a more and more difficult position each and every step of the way. Right now, goes through the shield out just to maybe exhaust it a little bit and make sure that they're staying nice and safe against Bowser. They're staying safe from all of those kill options. And F-Smash, cleaning up that stock. Bakko is all over the Geonosis right now.
Yeah, and that side B in shield art is going to be able to do it. So stock 1 secured for Geonosis, but again, he has got a lot of work to do if he wants to try and get some points out of this one. Buster Art coming through for a quick 56% as he gets grabbed for his efforts. Forward air, 63 on the Shulk means that he's not quite at kill percent yet. That now, though, after that down air, things are looking a little dangerous if he can find a strong hit.
And while Bakko just does not stop, was able to chase Geonosis all the way down, doesn't take the time to actually switch to a different art, just prioritizes trying to get that down and was not able to find it. And this is looking so difficult for Geonosis right now. How do you get back onto stage against Shulk? The simple answer is you simply do not.
Spacing right now from Bakko on all these aerials has just made it so difficult for Geonosis to get in. That was a dangerous interaction, one the counter, but the Flame Breath actually missing. Down smash, that's not going to poke through the shield, so it will lead to a side B. He'll survive it though. Jump art into shield, another side B. He won't go anywhere because of shield art. And that shield art saved his stock. That was massive in terms of points.
That down smash from Shulk is a bit of like a vibe check in a lot of ways. That Incinerate neutral B on shield is a vibe check. It can shield break if you just keep on holding it. It's just like really dependent on whether or not you know how to directly deal with it. And with that being said, Geonosis actually starting to bring it back just a little bit. Never mind, I take all of that back. Falling up is going to be able to take it. Bakko was really efficient through the kill moves. And was able to land them quite often because of the way that they conditioned shield and was able to punish Geonosis for shielding with their grabs. They were able to get away with those up airs because Geonosis more often than not was expecting to get grabbed in those positions.
Yeah, good stuff here to Bakko to clean up game 1. Unfortunately for him though, he could not hold on to that second stock. And that means only a 1-point victory here for Quinnipiac. As we head into game 2 of the set. You know, it felt like a couple times Bakko had his chances. Geonosis did a very good job, especially on his last stock, of just surviving and out, you know, spacing Bakko. Bakko did a really good job of spacing all his aerials to pick up some damage, but when it came to getting the kill, it became very difficult for Bakko to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Going into game number 2, we saw Geonosis start to call out those jumps from Shulk quite a bit, but the issue is they started to punish him a little bit late when Shulk was already at the point where he is initiating a lot of his falling aerials. So Geonosis has to like understand, okay, this is where I jump, this is where I don't jump, and play it out from there. They will jump in some situations a little bit too late or too close to Shulk, such as, you know, how they lost that last stock with the falling up in. That's really not a situation where you want to be jumping against Shulk. You know, when they're fishing for back air, when they're fishing for the up air, it can be huge. It can be quite devastating. So going into game number 2, we're seeing Bakko actually switch to the Captain Falcon. Not sure if this is for preference or for fun, or maybe they think this is a more enjoyable matchup for them. But either way, there is a lot that Captain Falcon can do here.
We've seen this matchup once already on stream. I believe that Bowser was able to come out on top though. And I believe it was actually on this stage too, so we will have to see how this goes. I believe this is the first time we've also seen Bakko's Captain Falcon. He's off to, well, an early deficit, but again, Bowser is a big character and Falcon is absolutely a combo character. He can easily make this back up as they're back into an edge guard situation here. Geonosis finding the back air, burns his jump now, and able to make it back to stage thanks to that top platform.
Right now, Geonosis is fishing a little bit too much for some falling neutral air conversions. They were not able to find the multi-hits connecting into themselves. How is Bakko going to be able to get back onto the stage without eating all of this percent? The next hit should be able to take it. Goes through the back throw just to be able to get stage control and potentially close out the stock. But, ooh, the buffer directional air dodge is going to come back to bite them. That's the kind of move that you just have to wait out and react whether or not the final hit connects and if you tech it. But right now, Bakko, this is really looking like his stock to take right now, controlling the ledge so well, catching Geonosis on all these landings, but not able to convert off of these hits.
Catches him here though. Oh, he wanted the spike and he could not land it. We saw Bakko's Shulk go for a couple of spikes in game number 1, but could not space it properly. And there's the up smash. Not going to be able to do it though. Bowser is the heaviest character in the game, I believe, and that came through in the clutch there. Still at 135, another strong hit of anything, or of any of Falcon's kill moves.
But Bakko was drifting a little bit too far to the right, but no matter, they were still able to find the up B without taking any other percent. So right now they're going to be looking for one of the combo starters, be it a side B, especially under the center platform, because it will always set up into a tech chase at any percent. It is such a potent option. But Bakko really needs to be careful about holding shield against the Bowser that's full hopping. Because if Bowser is full hopping and you're holding shield, they're looking for one thing and one thing only, and that's a command grab, baby. There it is.
Good job securing that second stock, and this is big too. If Geonosis loses this match, there's actually no possible way for Wichita State to come back in terms of points. So this is a big stock for Geonosis. Already 83 on Bakko, gets the grab, back throw. Wanted the forward air, I believe, but decided to not pull the trigger on it. Didn't look like he could land it either way, and now they're both back into neutral. But quick forward air. Oh my goodness! Excuse me?
Wow, got the startup spike of downhill. But I think the part about that really shocked me the most, when we take a look at this replay, I just want everybody to be able to see this really quickly. As soon as Bowser lands that spike, he kind of looks directly into the camera, like knowing what he did, you know? He saw us, he looked at us,
yeah, he knows.
Oh my God.
He just wants you, the viewer, to know about what this character can do.
Oh my God, why?
Bowser
was angry. Bowser was fuming, molding even. Oh man. Well, either way, that was an excellent edge guard from Geonosis. So they basically tracked Bakko's drift. They were able to see the positioning, and as soon as they forced the recovery from a specific angle, right, by chasing them down with a jump, it was a free spike. So excellent awareness from Geonosis, excellent tracking, and going into the next game, I would think Bakko would maybe want to play Shulk here. But yeah, look at that, like chasing Captain Falcon, and then forcing him into a preemptive recovery option was how Geonosis was able to get that spike. So sometimes threatening somebody with a position will be able to yield you a lot of other options to be able to, you know, find that edge guard. That was solid. That was really solid. That was
also, I just noticed that too. The side B from Bakko, that also spikes. So that was a double-edged sword. You're either getting hit by that, and you're either getting the spike, or you're about to get spiked by the Raptor boost in the air, because when it's in the air, it will send you downwards. So that was huge. And on top of that, that was huge in terms of points, because it keeps Wichita State alive in this series. Now, the score being 6-11. Geonosis, if he doesn't need to necessarily win to keep his team alive, but if he can get the win, it will even up this score. If Quinnipiac dominates this game and gets a 3-stock, they could potentially secure the win. So Geonosis just trying to mitigate the damage here, as the percents are back to even, but that shield art coming through. The awkward hit of up smash actually hits Shulk there, and now we're back into an edge guard situation.
That up is not going to be able to take it quite yet. Bowser Quirks being so heavy on some characters, it very well may have. Bakko right now has a lot to prove right now, though. Switching off of a character that you won, and then switching back to them game 3. If you lose this game, my friend, that is the huge emotional L. Bakko has a lot to prove right now. Geonosis has all the momentum in the world, just runs up and down Bs, but amazing awareness from Bakko not to go for holding shield. They just took the hit instead. Had they held their shield, that shield would have been broken, and that stock would have been lost. So right now, Geonosis has all the momentum. They're rushing Bakko down, and Bakko's doing very little about it. And that's the down smash. You know, it's a bit of a vibe check. You can jump out of it, you can roll out of it, you can do so many different things. It is suboptimal to hold your shield in that position.
That down B, the first hit gonna connect into the second one, and just like that, and immediately traded smash art up there, and we are dead even at stock number 2.
Now, I've got to say, Geonosis looks like they're playing mad. They're mad after that first game. They're mad that, you know, Bakko switched from Shulk into game 2. So they're playing like, you know, they're playing so well right now. Catching Shulk on so many of these landings. That's exactly what I mean about calling out Shulk's jumps. Based himself really well to be able to land that forward air, but now getting a little bit too greedy with some of the waves that Geonosis is initiating. Does a good mix-up with up B though. Bakko was so ready for the cross-up as Geonosis was doing before.
You get out of the corner, you can with the grab. Jump art coming online here. The back air from Bowser not going to connect on that shield, and now he has to find his way out of this corner. He will be able to do so for the moment.
It's really, really smart, but Bakko is still able to connect an F smash nonetheless. Just goes up to shield and charges up smash, making the most out of the Angel Plat invulnerability. Wow. Geonosis has so much momentum now, despite still being a stop down.
Big grab though. Buster Art can't get the grab. This side B won't kill yet. Shulk's still living through the backslash and the damage coming through because Bowser tried to dash to turn away. He'll eat a little bit more percent for that. This side B still not going to do it. Survivability right now. Shield Art again coming in clutch as that will not allow Shulk to die to that side B.
Oh
but
my God,
this one should be it at 158 and Buster Art.
How stale was that move? Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that was dangerous. Bakko wanted the spike on the air dodge, but could not get it. 70% on Geonosis. Trying to get the edge guard. Here's a grab now. The opening for Geonosis. Finds the forward air. The counter whiffed grab, though. And now Upbeat gonna find a little bit of damage here. That was the start of an F smash that traded with dash attack. And another Upbeat out on the shield art, and the percents are just about even, but Buster Art coming through now for a little extra damage.
Wow, I mean, Geonosis is like catching all of this like empty space right now with all of these up-Bs. This is like a huge call out to Bakko that they need to adjust their positioning. They need to adjust what buttons are being pressed, but that's going to be the run-off forward. Such a heartbreaker. The two Geonosis looked like they had all the momentum that they needed, but sometimes you just get shelled. That was an excellent edge guard from Bakko. Was able to run off, catch Bowser, and honestly, that's exactly what you have to do. Bowser has such a linear recovery path. He suffers to disjoints off stage. He is quite literally a sitting duck. So, you know, really good stuff. Good awareness from Bakko. Good understanding of when to commit. But Geonosis like definitely looked like they were on top of it. So had they just like been a little bit less anti and a little bit less aggressive, that game 3, I think we would have seen a completely different outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. And good stuff to both of these players. This was very back and forth. Geonosis, you know, I think you're right. He was playing with a little bit of fire under him. Not happy about the switch to Captain Falcon. But alas, Bakko able to clutch it out for Quinnipiac, and you see here's another look at it. This is the first time, excuse me, the first time too, that Bakko had actually gone for that edge guard option. We had not seen him try and do the runoff fair, and so
runoff
a good
busted, man. That move is huge.